Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So on today's video, we're going to be doing this sketch right here. And this is one that I want to say um, I found it on Pinterest. And I will have a link to it down below, but make sure you pause here to get the measurements if you need it. So I've already pre-cut everything. And all I'm doing here is I'm not doing a whole lot with the different layers. So I am inking around my base paper, my solid cardstock, which I decided to take the sketch and make it a square card. It looked more like a square card to me. So this card is actually 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So this particular one, the brown paper that I have right here, I made it 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, so that way it would have just a nice thin border from the card base. Okay, so once we get that attached, then this bottom piece here is sized at 3 7/8 by 1 inch. And I had thought about putting it on a mat, but this particular piece is almost like a throwaway piece because most of the card is taken up by the center image. So you're not going to see a whole lot of it. That's why on this one, I did use the polka dots. So that way when you put your other square piece on top of it, you'll still see some of the polka dots, but you won't see them all. So this page here is the 3 1/4, and I made it 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so that way it would be more of a square. I think on the measurement, yeah, on the actual sketch, they have it 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I think that would work good if you decide not to keep this at a square card. I think for me, I want to say I made it the same amount. And I don't have the card in front of me anymore. But for an accent piece, the top piece that's a 1/2 inch by 3 1/2 inch, that I decided to make out of some gold foil. I had some gold foil paper, and I just wanted a hint of that because the sentiment I'm using has gold foil accents. So to me, it ties it in together, and it looks really nice when you see the final project. Now for the sentiment, on this one, I kept the uh, accent gold foil uh, flush. I do have another card I'm going to show you where I used the fun foam and put it underneath of it so that way it would have a little bit more dimension. So depending on how you're given the card, like if you're hand delivering it, I say use all the dimension you want. Make it as thick and, different levels as you want to make it. If it's something that has to be mailed out, you can see here you get the same impact and not as much of the bulkiness of, putting foam out of each piece. But hey, like I said, if you're willing to pay the extra postage for it, then you go right ahead. Okay. Now I took out my banner punch, and this one is a nice small one. And I don't know why. Like I've been watching some. I think her name is Christy, and I know the last name begins with M, and I don't want to mess it up. Um, but she does a lot of the six packs, the 6x6 pad videos where she'll make like 30 some cards using one collection. And she does a lot with these kind of like little banner pieces, but she cuts all hers by hand. And I can never get mine to look even. I mean, I think I need to definitely get years and years more practice in because it's just not working. So for me, I just used the little banner punch. So here is the other card that I did as well. And you can see there the little bit of lift on the gold piece, and I also put foam under the sentiment piece. And on this one, because it had the open spot, I just stamped birthday wishes. So I have one birthday wishes card and then one that says hello. So it's like almost like a thinking of you. You can fill in what you want. Okay, so this particular card, I mean, it went by really, really quick, but I just wanted to show you the difference in the size of the cards. And you can, if you have your own envelope punch board, you can make your own envelopes to go with these particular cards. You know what I mean? So that way you can even personalize it or make it, you know, tie into the cards that you've done. So here are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. At the very end, I will have links to previous Friday sketch videos. And I'm going to have links to the Kaisercraft collections that are still available at scrapbookingwithme.com. And those links will be down below as well. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great weekend.